Well, the UN Security Council has held a briefing on the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees. This comes as Israel's law banning the organisation in Israel and occupied Palestinian territories is set to come into effect very soon this week. To speak more on this, I'm joined by UNRWA Commissioner General Philippe Lazzarini, joins us now from New York. Sir, good to have you with us. We appreciate your time. As we approach this impending deadline, what is your message to Israel at this point?
My main message to Israel is to say that if this ban is fully implemented, it will have huge consequences for the Palestinian and the Palestinian refugees in Gaza and in the West Bank and in the occupied East Jerusalem. But beyond that, sabotaging or undermining the ability of the agency to provide services to millions of Palestinians might also put in jeopardy the current fragile ceasefire.
Do you ask for Israel to revoke this ban?
I'm asking to Israel to rescind this ban, to freeze this ban, but as you say, this ban will go into effect as from Thursday this week, which in reality will prevent all our services in occupied East Jerusalem. And there is a second law which bans any contact between Israeli official and UNRWA official, which will also severely impact our ability to operate both in the West Bank but also in Gaza.
At the UN Security Council meeting, the US envoy Dorothy Shea, she said that the agency, UNRWA, is exaggerating the potential impact of the ban. What do you say to that?
I do believe that we are underestimating the impact because most of the discussion trickled down into an humanitarian emergency response. But in fact, UNRWA is an agency providing human development to millions of Palestinian refugees, providing public-like services such as education and primary health. There is absolutely no alternative among the UN agencies or even international NGOs. The only solution for UNRWA services to be taken over would be an empowered institution, would be a Palestinian state. And this is the reason why also today I urge a member of the Council to be genuinely committed to a political process which would see the emergence of a Palestinian state to whom UNRWA after that could hand over its activity and its workforce in the sector of education and primary health.
What preparations are you as an organisation making ahead of the ban, and what are the implications for your staff members?
But first of all, I've clearly indicated that our aim is to stay and deliver the service, keep our school open, to keep our health center open, both in the West Bank and also in Gaza, unless, obviously, we are prevented. We have also, over the last few weeks, increased our partnership with other UN agencies, especially when it comes to food assistance or emergency assistance in the Gaza Strip.
What, in your view, are the implications of this to the ever-diminishing stability of the West Bank?
Well, there will be important consequences if an agency like ours is forced to suspend its activities, for example, in the West Bank. That would deprive 50,000 girls and boys to have daily education. It would prevent 500,000 people to access our primary health center. And we have also 4,000 employees. We are the second biggest employers in the West Bank and also in Gaza. And it would have also severe negative economical impact for thousands of households in the West Bank.
You talked of UNRWA eventually handing over its mandate, and that, of course, was always supposed to be the case, wasn't it? That the mandate was temporary and that it would eventually hand over its administration to the Palestinians.
We have been a far too long lasting temporary agency now. It's a temporary for 75 years, but this is also the expression of the international community failure to promote a lasting political solution. Now, I really hope that after these seismic changes in the region, that we are genuinely committed for a solution, so that the temporary we were supposed to be is also becoming a reality. Ultimately, the solution is a Palestinian state, Palestinian institution, taking over our education, health, or public-like services we are currently providing to the Palestinian refugees.
Philippe Lazzarini, thank you. That is UNRWA's Commissioner General, Philippe Lazzarini.